Hello everyone, this is Plain Jane Blades. Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at the Black Lotus Katana and S5 steel from Cloudhammer Steelworks. So let's look at the saya first. I think that the saya is really well made. The paint that they use is just beautiful. It's like this sparkly glitter thing going on throughout the saya, which is a really nice touch. It's probably my favorite aspect of the sword. So I'm not sure what these gold fittings are, but they are coming loose. In fact, they're coming off. I may have to glue it together somehow later on in the future. The blade is sheathed snugly into the scabbard and there's a really nice seal. And that's exactly what you want, right? Out of a saya is a nice proper home for your blade. And as for the sagyo, I think it's made of some type of synthetic material. It's mostly some type of nylon or something, but for $700 I'd expect to have the sagyo made out of something like silk instead. So that's another thing to take into consideration. Moving on to the blade, it consists of S7 steel. It's listed as a S5 low molybdenum Taiwan variant steel. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I feel like there's already a bunch of videos out there already on YouTube covering the properties of this, kind of steel. But a brief description of this is that it's a shock-resistant tool steel. I've even seen information on the internet saying that it's the same material that they use to make jackhammers, hammers, and even some chisels out of this type of steel. So it's a very durable steel from what I've researched, but that is exactly why I bought this type of katana. I'm gonna admit it, I'm not the best at taking care of things, and with this type of katana, with this type of steel, it offers something where I don't have to take too much precaution when using it. I don't really have to care too much about maintenance, which I will do. That's why I chose the Black Lotus and S5. Right out of the box, I noticed that there was scuff marks on top of the blade. I've noticed some, very noticeable blemishes. And for $700, you'd expect quality control or, buy something, you expect it to be new, right? You shouldn't be questioning yourself, was this used before? Because I've purchased katanas from another site, which I might do a review on later on in the future. But that blade was pristine. I mean, there was no marks or anything. And another thing that I wanted to go over is that for some reason, I'm not sure, it could just be the nature of the steel, but it seems like the blade looks scratchy. I don't know how to explain it, like just vertical lines going throughout the blade itself. It could just be how the steel looks and I'm not used to it, but yes, I do notice that. It is still shiny, don't get me wrong. I try my best not to get my reflection in the video, so that's why there's a lot of cuts, but that's another thing to take into account. Castings and fittings. I'm talking about like the kashida, the minuki, the fuchi, the tsuba. The fittings are done decently. There's nothing shaking or moving, so it's constructed well. It's relatively comfortable in the hand. But yeah, the design of the actual casting could use a lot more work. There's no depth to it. It's supposed to resemble something of like a Lotus, but I don't really see it. But that's just me nitpicking. To me, looks are secondary, and the performance and handling of a weapon greatly outweighs just the appearance of a weapon, if that makes any sense. So as for the ito, or the wrap around the handle or suka, it's a black leather material. There is a few loose spots. It's still tight, but over time, I can tell it's probably gonna come undone. Probably faster than some other katanas would. But besides that, it's a relatively comfortable grip. I still prefer the leather wrap on the other katana that I have. Like I said, I might do a review on that, but it's still a decent job. So real quick, this is just footage of me cutting some green bamboo. I'm not a practitioner or anything, so I apologize if my technique is wrong. But basically I was just trying to cut the bamboo at different angles, so I'm gonna just let the clips roll through. I did try to use different techniques, from the scabbard into a cut, and just some cuts I performed with both hands on the katana. The sword performed exceptionally well. It's a lot more lighter, a lot more agile and nimble than I thought it would be. I thought it would be kind of clunky swinging it, but no, it handled really well. And honestly, my takeaway from it was that it was a very pleasant cutting experience that I had with the katana itself. As you see, the cuts are pretty clean. But now I want to answer a question that I think you guys are asking me. What are my final thoughts on the Black Lotus Katana and S5 steel? do I recommend it? And I'm gonna tell you, I do recommend it. I think it's a good beginner sword, beginner friendly sword. I mean, it's doing everything that I would want a sword to do. It's not excelling at anything in particular, but it's not also failing at anything either. And that's exactly what it is. It's a no fluff, no flash, practical, usable katana. With the blade in S5 steel, it's going to last a long time, but it varies, right? Depending on how you're treating it, of course. Let's put it this way. I would use this sword in battle, and the blade so happens to break. So long as there is still an inch of metal left, I'll sharpen that and use that in battle. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna cut the video off here. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys can take away something that is of use to you, and I'll see you in my next review. Bye bye.